So how did you?
Hello, guys. Welcome to the Empress Janet show. I have my host with me today. His name is Steve Rose. Shout out to Steve. We all need a vacation is his name today, and we definitely need a vacation, guys. So welcome, darling. How are you?
I'm doing all right. I'm finally a part of one of your shows, and it's an honor to be here.
Thank you.
I'm in front of a beautiful woman, so of course it's a privilege to be on this show.
I appreciate that. Well, you wanted to talk about some things, and I love good topics. I love interviews. I love journalism. So, if you want to tell me a little bit why you like this topic, we'll be talking about the wobbling of the moon, guys. It's causing a surge in devastating floodings and all types of stuff around the world. So we're just going to have a discussion tonight about a lot of different topics.
Yeah. I've got a lot of different stuff. I mean, the title's just, one thing of many we could talk about. But like I said, I saw your channel and you cover like stuff similar to this. I saw some of your videos. I know you covered the corona, and then you covered, some other discussions as well with Kwame Brown and stuff. And I thought that was kind of fascinating. I noticed you have two channels. What is that all about? You got the online funhouse. What is the meaning behind that?
Thanks for asking. Fellowship's online funhouse is a place that I like to talk about mental health and addictions and people's issues on the pan. Or if there's something going on in the month, I like to represent what's going on. So there was a Black Music History Month, and basically Harriet Tubman's Museum got opened for Juneteenth. I didn't know what Juneteenth meant, so I kind of learned about that. So I use that channel for learning and growing. I use Empress Janet to kind of do journalism, little drama, just trying to figure out people's problems, trying to be the listener for people.
That is awesome.
Thank you.
And you have another channel too.
Empress Janet's Royal Table Fear Show. I like to bring people to the round table to have discussions. So if they want to have topical discussions that maybe people don't want to talk about, racism is a really big issue. Color genders is issues, transgenders is an issue. A lot of people are getting murdered, and they're not talking about it. There's people that are addicts that need help and assistance. So any of those topics that are like kind of hard, I would love to have intelligent people that can listen and give their opinions.
When it comes to racism, it's kind of crazy you mentioned this because, when people picture the term racism, it's like some sort of like, the boogeyman under the bed, like sort of like either a white supremacist or, somebody else in that manner. But here's a crazy thing. We tend to generalize a lot as humans, because we all have to paint a narrative or say this person's racist, that person's racist, and stuff like that. I watch a lot of this on TV. And I think a lot of people tend to sort of get in their feelings, or people tend to, we're based on emotion based. So when you become angry and stuff, there was a study that was conducted by, the University of Duke, by the students there. And it was determined that your IQ lowers by like 70% when you're angry or emotional. So people tend to think irrational. That makes sense. And especially when it comes to race, it's a hot topic. But in my personal opinion, if you guys haven't seen the movie, what is the movie called? It's by Ludacris and Terrence Howard. I actually covered this recently. It's called Crash, or is it called Crash? I don't know if you ever seen the movie called Crash.
Yes.
Okay, now if you've seen the movie Crash, it has 3 Academy Award winnings for Best Picture. It also takes place in the Metropolitan in Los Angeles. You had like Chris Ludacris Bridges, Lawrence Tate, Brandon Fraser. I mean, there were a lot of people in the movie. You had what was I gonna? Who else was in there? Sean Taub was in the movie. Michael Pena. There was a lot of other famous actors in there, but the point of the movie is this: is that at the end, and it was pointed out well, and the movie was directed well. It showed racism from everybody, and basically they were saying that racism is within all of us. And you know what? It really sort of woke me up to the idea that I think that all of us actually possess these traits. I think that it's normal. Like, for example, like when it comes to interracial dating or when it comes to like your group, people familiarize more with what people look the closest to you, familiarity, like people that look just like you. So 90% of people date within their own race. So what does that tell you?
Mm-hmm.
Only 10% of people date out, and only less than 5% of those actually marry. So with that being said, that right there is proof in itself that people tend to stick to their own. Water and oil don't mix. Now, I'm not saying it's racism,
Mm-hmm.
but people tend to go to their natural roots. And I think that's what the movie was pointing out. And I thought that it was very fascinating. I think when the answer to racism, I have people ask me all the time, are you white supremacist? Are you this or that? I tell them that we're all racist. That's my answer. And that's the reality, whether it's discrimination, a political affiliation, your gender, your religion, race in itself. We all possess those traits because that's just human nature. Like if you read the law, there's a good book called The Laws of Human Nature, where
Mm-hmm.
it talks about human beings are natural. It's in our nature to be greedy and selfish.
I agree.
Yeah.
I'd like to introduce my co-host. This is Emperor Shadow. Emperor Shadow, this is Steve.
How you doing, Steve?
How you doing?
I'm doing all right.
Thank you for joining us.
No problem. I just wanted to, pause on my editing tonight just to stop by the show and show my co-host support. Empress Janet is a smart woman.
Yeah.
I'm a right-hand man, and I got her back. And you sound like an educated man as well. So I'm really enjoying the conversation.
Yeah.
Thank you.
No
And we
problem.
have a lot of things that we're going to kind of run through. So we were just speaking on, racism. Did you have something you'd like to add to what he was saying?
I think that racism is a disease. And I think that white people can be racist, black people, Hispanic, or, Middle Eastern. I have been a target of racism by every race, not just white.
Interesting.
And that's what it goes to what I'm saying. If you read The Laws of Human Nature, it's a good book. It was the author is from Cuba. And if you also watch the movie Crash with Ludacris in it and Terrence Howard, you will see racism from everybody. And it basically points out that it's in all of us as humans.
I like to argue the point of prejudice towards racism.
Yeah.
Racism to me meaning that you believe your race is superior and that there is no other race higher than your race. Prejudice, to me, in my opinion of the definition, would state that if I don't know something and I'm not towards looking into it, then I'm judging it from afar, and that's prejudice. So could you give me your definition, Steve, on how you feel the difference of prejudice and racism?
You mean like if someone's prejudiced against you versus somebody that's a blatant racist, you mean?
Yeah, because like we all are prejudiced, don't you think?
We all discriminate against each other in some way.
Yeah.
And in this world that you live in, my father always told me it's not about what you have, it's about who you know. So if you look at if you were to exit outside of the race argument, you look in other factors of life and you'll see other forms of discrimination. Like, for example, you go to Chinatown and you go inside of their stores, it's all they're people that are hiring their own people, and they tend to be family. It's all family owned. Would you say they were prejudiced or racist because they turned down maybe other groups? No, because it's about who you know. And, blood's thicker than water. People tend to stick with their own. And I think that's the problem that people have nowadays, is that, like, you could be prejudiced. Like, for example, like let's say let's say the Boy Scouts didn't want to hire women. Now they're labeling that as misogynist and prejudiced against women. So now the women can join the Boy Scouts, which doesn't make any logic sense to me. But yet boys cannot join the Girl Scouts unless he's in a dress and a wig. So I guess to my point is what I'm saying is that we're so race obsessed in this country when we use the race card so much that we don't even know what racism is anymore.
What do you think, sir? I totally agree though. It just is. It's always a great discussion, Steve.
Yes.
Due to the fact that I'm a biracial person,
So
I feel like I'm always stuck in the middle of things where they're always making me choose a side.
Oh my God. You sub to Chem123. He talks about that on his channel. He's half Peruvian, half Mexican. Yeah. And there's biracials from Latin American that are of white, that you got white Latinos, black Latinos. And when they come here, they have to pick a side. It's like so race obsessed in the United States. It's like I'm half Jewish, half Hispanic, and I got other people telling me I got to pick one. And I'm like, no, dude, I'm biracial. And it's like, you're not going to make me pick one,
I love it.
Yeah, if you go to Latin America, for example, they don't talk about race necessarily. They talk about they're more nationalist over there. Like, they talk about their own countries. Like, if you're Argentinian, you're Argentinian.
Mm-hmm.
If you're Mexican, you're Mexican. Like, they don't talk about, you identify as a white Latino, or you identify, because they got white and black people from their own countries. They all identify under their nationality.
Definitely.
But when
my co-host is Cuban and black, so I know what you're saying.
Yeah, and then what they're going to do is they're going to tell him, oh, well, if you get pulled over by the police, they'll see you as black, and it's just bullshit,
Mm-hmm. I like that. I appreciate you.
Go sub to Chem123. You'll see it.
I love this guy. And he's totally right. Sorry about cutting you off, man. But
you're good.
Most Latinos that I talk Spanish to every day, they think I'm a black guy. And I said, I'm not black. It says Latino on my birth certificate and my ID. And they're like, oh, well, speak a Spanish. And I speak Spanish to them. They go, oh, yeah, you're Hispanic. You're not black.
No, he's Afro-Latino, but
exactly, Afro-Latino.
But like,
cool.
Black Americans try to lump them as the same. And that's what Kim talks about on his channel. If you type in Chem123, he's on a live stream right now with a woman who's from Guyana, and she's half, I think, black. She has African American. I mean, she has African in her, but she's also has Chinese and Indian in her, because it's mainly Chinese and Indian people in Guyana. And she talks about she gets frustrated because they keep trying to make her identify as black. When she comes to this country, and it pisses her off. And he's actually interviewing her right now. They're on a live stream. So what a coincidence. But anyways, yeah, they talk about this kind of stuff. It's a pro-Latin channel. You guys really need to sub to that channel. They talk about this stuff all the time. This is right up your guys' alley, actually.
Awesome. Is that something you could put in the private chat for me?
Yeah, let me get his channel right now, since we're doing that. Yeah, it's Chem123, KEM123.
Okay. So we're going to move into the topic of, I will read it, Reno. I'm full-blooded Mexican, but born in America. So technically I'm Mexican-American. But when we go to Mexico, they see us different. In America, people say stuff like, go back to Mexico. So,
no, he's not. I say that they call us American of Mexican descent.
I totally understand, because people say that to African Americans. They're always saying go back to Africa, and it's like they don't come from Africa. That's really weird. But I think any of those comments are rude. And I think that they're projecting, Reno. I think that they're just not understanding that minority, we're okay with being two. I think, like Steve said, it doesn't always have to be one. There's not just one category. You're allowed to be in different categories. Represent your culture. Explain what Mexican is.
Yeah.
That way people have an understanding of your Mexican side, you know?
Facts.
Like you're allowed to be proud of that. And, you know, if they keep trying to shame that, I would even more want to represent that. So
I put the link at the bottom. Yeah, you guys will love his channel. He's half Peruvian, half Mexican, and I think he's part Dominican.
awesome.
Yeah. Or no, his sister's married to a Dominican, but he's half Mexican, half Peruvian. So
You put that in the back chat, love?
oh, sorry.
No worries.
Yeah, I also put it in the main chat too.
Because sometimes if you don't have a wrench, you can't put a channel
Oh, okay,
link.
got you. Okay, well, I just put it in the private just now.
Okay, thank
Yeah,
you.
sub this channel. It's real good. It's a pro Latin channel too.
Well, we'll take a look at it, guys. Let's take a look at it. I had my friends from the Philippines come over today and we talked. So, you
Yeah,
know,
they have the Costa Rican twins are on his channel. They have a whole bunch of people from different parts of.
Listen, okay, I don't have a problem with Eddie. All right, Eddie came hot. All right, and if I
Well, see, the thing is he beefs with Black Americans a lot. Like they beef with them a lot. So you're gonna see that's basically what he's referring to. He talks about Black women divesting to his country, to their countries, what they call divesting, Black American women. And he talks about how that they see that as like in Latin America, they see that as like a self-defeating. He goes into that. But anyways, yeah, I mean, if you want to go sub to his channel, you know.
I understand.
Yes, good content. Yeah.
That's important. Again,
he also talks about how Black American men put down their women, and he said that that's a self-defeating attitude. You'll never see Hispanic men talk down on their women, which is true, which that is very true. And he just said that we see that as self-defeating and stuff like that. So, you know,
I agree.
Yeah, he goes into a whole breakdown, but you guys will love his content. The dude's like a good channel.
Well, thank you for sharing that. I definitely, subscribed. And like, again, my co-host is biracial too. And he gets very, very upset whenever, that's not acknowledged because it's very important not to just go by one thing and expect people to try to like really understand what you're saying. That's not really fair. Like I always say I'm a white woman with color, but they're always like, no, you're a Black woman. Like, no, my mother's white. We're not going by that daddy drop rule. My mother made the egg.
Yeah.
My mother made the egg, bro. Come on, bro. You are what you came out of, bro. Your dad sprinkles that egg and like put your little characteristics together. Other than that, come on now.
So what part of the U.S. are you from?
Thanks for asking. I'm in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania.
Oh, pretty
and
cool.
Shadow is from Michigan.
Yeah, I'm in Texas. So.
Oh, they do everything big in Texas.
Yeah.
Well, you from Texas. That's cool, man.
Yeah, Houston. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Cool.
Well, me and Empress Janet always talk about when the NWO, you already know what that means, come. They don't care about race. That's all I gotta say. They coming to clean up, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Yeah, those people. Well, let's ask them. Oh, Reno, you from South Texas? Woohoo!
And that's by Brownsville, or what is it? San Antonio, or further down towards the border, or what?
Well, Steve, I have a question for you. This is a real intense question here.
Well, what's going on?
Do you believe in taking the jab or do you believe in not taking the jab?
I have not taken that damn shot. In fact,
let me applaud this man real quick. Let me applaud you, bro. Straight up.
Period.
Oh, McGowan, I know where. That's basically right by Reynosa. Man, that's what's up. Reynosa right on the other side.
Wow. I love that. That's amazing. Cause a lot of us are from, all around. We got people from India, we got people from Japan, we got people from Hawaii. I just be all over the world, darling, all over the world. But back to this. So what do you think about this, Steve? You sent me this article. Thank you for the article from NASA. Wobbling moon causes surge in devastating floods, NASA warns. Our moon is a bit wobbly. It might cause devastating worldwide floods in the coming decades, according to NASA.
Well, the reason why I even took interest in this article, well, number one, I knew because this is right up your alley, but number two, because we had like a massive flood in Arizona the other day. It was like a massive flood, mudslide is what they call them in Flagstaff, and it was very rare. And they've been having a lot of massive floodings going on around the world, major tsunamis. And I said, "Wow, what a sort of foreshadowing article that this came out, because we've been receiving a lot of flooding all around the world." And I don't know, I'm always just fascinated. Is this like, global warming? Is this the end of times? This and that, and that. And I just want to know what is your opinion? Do you think that this is a sign of the end of times, or do you think it's just more just this conspiracy theories kind of stuff, or just coincidental?
Would you like to answer first, Shadow?
Yes, thank you. I think it's a mixture, man, between conspiracy and reality.
Okay.
But I'm leaning more towards reality. A lot of these things are prophecy in the Bible, and we starting to see it in front of our eyes every day and every night when we wake up, man. So I got to go with the Bible on this one.
Damn.
Well, I've seen a lot more flooding in Pittsburgh. We have 3 rivers that come together.
Oh, yeah.
It's called the Point. And a lot of times we can't go down there because the rivers are flooding and they have it blocked off for, our protection. But we have a lot of boats that go through our water that take coal to other states. And when the flooding occurs, they're unable to transport. So we lose a lot of business from our transporting and our docking, because we allow others to dock here as well. So there's a wharf, it's called, and the wharf is normally where people park their cars to work downtown. That stays flooded. It's to the point where you can get trapped on the road to go to the north side of town if you're on the west or the south. So I would say it becomes barrier issues. People are not paying attention to actual creeks and rivers flooding. And those small things can, become bigger at time. But if we're not really paying attention, then you're just, oh, wow, the creek, it gets high, it gets low. Because those are normal things that go on, through the seasons as they're changing. But I did notice around here lately, there's been a lot of rain. And in that rain, yes, our streets are flooding. And that is causing drivers to be stuck in their car, more incidents of that occurring. So I wonder, with all this happening and around the world, even in this article right here, it says that, halfway through the wobble cycle, high tides are lower than normal and low tides are higher than normal. So that would tell me that the wobbling cycle is off because of that.
Wow.
So we're flooding streets rather than flooding the actual ponds or rivers, Steve,
Yeah.
So the oceans are changing as well then too. And my concern with that would be the indigenous people. They live out in areas like this. As you can see, these are, indigenous people or minority people that are having these troubles because they live in the forest. They live in land that is lower levels. And if the waters are coming to their houses, right, to their land, it's wiping out their plants, wiping out their food. They can't start over, Steve. So it's destroying a lot just, by crashing through their livelihood.
It's kind of fascinating because, like, I don't know if you guys saw the Jeff Bezos where he went allegedly to space, even though technically he wasn't in space. And Branson was actually almost in space because he actually went to the border of it because it's 62 miles to get to space. And he went the full 62 miles, like Jeff only went 55. But, again, they were both basically almost on the edge of the outer atmosphere. And I thought this was fascinating for like space travel because I've always kind of been interested in that. And I'm thinking to myself that, now the kind of doors open, they were talking about making it like affordable for people to go into space now in the future. And that they want to make, there was a cool article that I had the other day I was reviewing. It's called the Space Hotel in 2027. And it's like, it looks like a big circle, like from the Halo game. And it has like over 300 rooms, and you can rent a room for like up to a week or something like that. And it's got a butler and a gym, and they're going to build it. And now they're going to put like a hotel in space where you can actually be in space. And I thought that was fascinating.
I always wanted to go to space, Steve. So I appreciate you saying that. I always wanted to be an astronaut. And then whenever the astronaut lady, she didn't make it up into space with her crew. I was like in elementary school. They were showing us
I think
on
my
TV.
mom still has that picture. Wasn't that like 1986 or some shit?
Yes, honey. I was there. Yes.
Oh,
Wanted to be an astronaut until I saw all of that. And then I was like, yeah, okay, no. But I always wanted to go to space. So what I did was I actually caught them returning down from the ride. So they are charging like don't quote me, but it's almost $500,000 or almost $250,000 to take a 10-minute ride to space. Now they're saying that they actually did it. I didn't get the ride up because I was watching it, Steve. And then all of a sudden I was like, oh, I should record this. But I actually got the ride coming down. So this was them coming down.
Well,
let's start it from the beginning, guys.
Like a lot of tourists there to watch, but people have camped up to watch it in person, and you can see kids there jumping up and down, and people to watch what is really this historic flight by Jeff Bezos and the whole Blue Origin crew.
We were
what
in the town yesterday. I'm telling you, I couldn't find one person.
What I don't understand is like, why do these guys get so much hate? Like, I get it. They're the evil bad guys with a lot of money. I get that. But the thing is, it's like anytime somebody comes up with money, they're always going to receive ridicule for like being a multimillionaire and not donating, or they feel like they're not giving back. And this is that. And like, I hate the comments that comes in that says, well, how come they never donate to the homeless? They could have used that money to donate to this. And I'm like, dude, how are you going to tell these people how to spend their money? I mean, like, I get it. They probably could pay their employees a little more. And I get it. They probably should pay more in taxes. Cause like that I agree with. Cause like sometimes the rich do find loopholes to get out of not paying taxes or not their fair share. Warren Buffett already came out the other day and said they should. But anyways, like, I just don't understand. Like, they're literally like this could be a future thing here where people could actually launch into space. So it was fascinating for me to see that they actually did that.
I know. It was history. It definitely is, Steve. It was history in the making, I believe, even good or bad, because I did have a little feeling about all the money that was spent. It could have been spent probably in a better way, but if it's their money and they want to spend it how they want, who are we? Shout out to the chat room, guys. Welcome. Blessings all around the world. Thank you. Thank you. I love you guys.
Trump wanted to put man on the moon, and he talked about making like a trip for like 5,000 people, and it was free to get on, and you could go to the moon for like 2 weeks.
Did you hear this, Shadow?
If he does that, I would have signed
Yes,
up.
I heard about that.
Yeah, like a space force.
Yeah, I did. I thought I heard that they shut that down. They shut that department down.
That would have been fun.
Yes.
Where do you think they come out with, Star Trek and Star Wars and all these, Battlestar Galactica movies and stuff like that? Because it's real life.
Yeah.
Where do you think they get the ideas from? Think about it.
Do you think that Musk guy is really going up there in his own personal spaceship, though?
Musk?
I don't know.
Elon Musk?
Yeah.
Where's he going?
They say he goes to space.
Now
He has a rocket.
He actually is going past Branson.
That's what they're saying.
Oh,
I can't confirm or deny. Allegedly,
miles, then he's in space. Yes, and then I give him props for that. But he might as well go to the space station if you're going to do all that.
Right.
Might as well. Why? I mean, the space station is 254 miles outside of Earth. I mean,
Okay.
you already did 62. You might as well make the rest of the trip. Well, I'm just saying, if you're going to do all that.
What you think, sir?
Why stop?
Why stop?
I think he's a crazy maniac. That's what I think.
He's a maniac of the run.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
Well, I mean,
a lot of people in your comment section.
Oh, well, everyone, shout out to the chat room. Love you guys. I did drop the link. It's open panel. We're discussing the wobbling of the moon and other topics as well. We ask that you be respectful to everyone.
So let me ask you guys this.
Sure. Sure.
Do you believe in aliens?
Come on, Emperor Shadow.
Do you guys believe we're not alone in the universe?
I'll let the Emperor speak first. Men speak first on my panel. Go ahead, darling. He's over there editing. I would say
I'll
yes.
start first.
Okay, go ahead. You start, darling. You're first.
All right. Well, I do believe that we're not alone. But to say what we are or what it is, I'm not exactly sure, because everybody thinks an alien is in the form of like something from Mars Attacks or First Contact or Contact with Jodie Foster, or they try to have like their own interpretation or something from Men in Black or something from Independence Day. I mean, I can't say if that's what they really look like, but I do believe we're not alone.
I agree.
Yeah.
I agree. And would love to meet them.
That would be awesome.
Yeah. I have some questions. Some clicking. I'll work it out. Did you ever see Mars Attacks with Ray J? It's like an older movie.
I've seen Mars Attacks.
You did? I love that movie. Yeah. They are like,
and then they died from that music, from the bluegrass music.
Yep.
Yeah.
The vibrations, though, eh? I keep telling people, create good vibrations. The negative energy, the negative vibrations, they don't work for everyone. Not everyone has.
Something for you, Empress Janet.
Sure.
The freaks come out at night.
Hey.
The freaks come out at night.
Hey.
You know what I'm talking about, right?
Yes. But it's a funny thing. Do you believe there's aliens, sir? Do you believe there's other life other than us?
Most definitely. I totally agree.
Okay, now let me ask you guys this. Do y'all believe in like the Roswell, Area 51 stuff?
All that stuff.
Oh, heck yeah. Oh, heck yeah. That was a place for them to basically keep the people from knowing the truth. Damn. So that's funny that you mentioned that, because I used to, when I got my master's degree, I had to do some critical thinking, and I did a thing about the raids and how we should raid the Area 51, and then actually found out that they really did raid the place. So there was a storm. It was called the Storm. I'm going to show you guys. Bear with me here. They raided Area 51.
There are 2 million people here.
Wait, there's 2 million people here?
Well, at least within 30 minutes, there'll be 2 million people here.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, sick.
You ready to go in?
Oh, yes, we're so ready. We just came out. Where have you guys been?
No.
You guys are late.
It's at 3 a.m.
Dude, I already clapped those cheeks.
It's 2:30. This is happening. This is actually happening.
That's a sweet jacket.
What? Road closed.
What are you thinking? And it's perfect.
People are walking here. More people over here. 2:30 a.m. Who's going in?
We are, bro.
Yeah?
Exactly.
How are you gonna do it? Naruto running?
I just walk in there, walk in there.
And then get shot?
We got T-pose on all these people.
Are you memeing right here? This is serious business.
Does anyone know how to default dance?
It will definitely work out in our favor. Nothing bad is going to happen. Are you going in? And,
Down the rabbit hole.
what do you do when they shoot at you?
Pursue the pose.
Okay. Okay. And the anti-vaxxers go in the front.
I think they died before they got here.
The
Oh man, at
anti-vaxxers.
3 a.m. you go in?
Yeah, we plan to.
2 million people should be here in around 10 minutes.
Oh, you tell me there's 2 million people.
Holy wow, he can gather that many people.
Yeah. Yeah.
But still, if you cross, then you get fined. That's why we don't cross.
The guy who has permission should take my hand.
It's not just a fine. It's you're going to jail.
No, I'm saying the guy who has permission
Call
to
that guy.
take
His
someone
name's
in.
Donald Trump. You get his phone number?
Oh, okay.
Let me know.
Shout out to
Okay.
Donald Trump.
Let me into Area 51. Hello. Are you gonna raid Area 51?
Look at the future.
Okay. Hello, people. Do you plan on? Hello. Hi.
Alexa.
Hello. Hi.
What's up, dude?
Do you plan on storming Area 51 in 4 minutes?
Let's do it.
I love his
Oh, wow.
Why am I
outfit.
not surprised you're here? Like,
What-
straight up.
What do you mean?
I was expecting you to be here,
Oh,
honestly.
okay. Wow, people are here. It's happening. It's happening. It's actually happening.
I'm telling you guys, you don't want to do it.
2 million
do
people
it.
will be here in 2
Let's
minutes.
do it.
10, 9,
They can't kill us all.
I know.
One, go,
right?
go,
Go.
go, go, go.
Go.
You got it.
Do it.
Oh,
Do
oh
it.
my God.
Do it.
Get off the gate.
Get off the gate, he said. Where's the other 2 million people?
We got
dogs. We've got dogs.
Uh-oh. Here come the dogs.
What is he doing?
If you pet the dog,
20
$20.
limbo.
Game of limbo. Don't slip.
Damn, these guys are trolling.
I
You
know.
are like a military guy.
Clap them cheeks. Clap them cheeks. Clap them cheeks. Clap them cheeks. Clap them cheeks.
Find my people.
Yo, this is the best
Look
real
at
life
the 2
trolling
million
ever.
People who showed up.
Wow, they got nice. They even got a real
Look at
gate.
Grandpa.
Yeah, a real gate.
Worry. They don't have to come there anymore.
Let's see what's in there. Come on, guys. Tear it down.
South Carolina, and my name is Jody Pendarvis.
You told me you were gonna storm.
If I'm famous to come all the way from South Carolina here to help you guys run this fence.
Run this fence. Get 'em, Bob.
Okay? So we
That's
haven't
right.
got a million people out here.
God bless.
Right?
Are they going to arrest us all?
Don't run.
He said, don't.
No.
Look, they're singing. I'm done. This is the best
got
raid
to see a
ever.
very entertaining, like, pre-Halloween show in front of a
I love
secret
it. You can't beat it, guys. You can't beat it. I mean,
I
That was
guarantee you,
good.
if they would have had like, let's say if they would even had like 10,000 people, I think they could have pulled it off.
I know, right? The energy was exciting, though. Imagine if all of us would have just went down there and just like stormed it. I think them 4 people wouldn't have been able to stop that. I mean, I think we have a right to know what's going on in there. I think we have that right. They killed a president about it. I think it's time to stop lying about it. Because when they really come out of the sky and everyone's freaking out, running around like Chicken Little, you know, I'm not going to be running around because I embrace everything, good or bad. I look at it as a learning technique. So if I see aliens, I'm not going to be like, aliens. Like, that's just not me. I would want to give them their space and be respectful. Hello. But if I can get a ride on that spaceship.
They said there's like a little restaurant too that's like right before Area 51, like in a little small town that everybody goes and sees. It's like a big tourist spot.
I'm a good tourist. I would say, Steve, I'm a good tourist. I love being nosy. So, like, I love haunted houses.
All right, so are me and you going to storm Area 51?
Yes, if we can get 10,000 people. That way we don't get arrested.
I'll get the 10,000 people. Don't worry about that. I'll drag them by the ears.
Okay. Because we ain't trying to get arrested, y'all. Like, we're not going to be the front line on that shit, okay?
All
we'll
right.
definitely be the directors, though, in the back. Encouraging them. Tell them we'll give them water. We'll give them hope. Get your butts up. Get up in there and tell us what you see. Report back to the captains. Yeah, I always wanted to get to the bottom line. I always wanted to chase tornadoes. I wanted to be a storm chaser. I wanted to be basically a forest ranger. So I always wanted to like fight fires and be a firefighter. I think firefighters are, well, I won't say I think, I know from my own opinion that firefighters are really my heroes because they're the only ones running into the fire to save people. So I think that's very admirable. And I've always had respect for them. So I feel like if you have a job where you could like save the world, like I'd love to work at Yellowstone Park. That way, if there was ever an eruption, I'd be like right there on hand, Steve, to save everybody, you know, because Emperor Shadow knows I love saving people. And I'd get to drive around in my little F-51 truck, you know, all through the mountains.
I'm trying to see what part is Area 51 in Nevada. Like, where is it exactly?
That's a good question. You want me to take a look?
Yeah, sure.
Where they say Area 51. Let's find the location. I know that you're allowed. So it's saying southern portion of Nevada.
Yeah, but it won't even show me on Google.
Vegas.
It's weird. It won't even show me on Google Maps.
It won't show you? Oh, give me a second. I'll share my screen.
Yeah.
There we go. Brace for impact. There. So it's giving us these images here.
Did you scroll in to see exactly where it's at in Nevada from the map?
Let me see. Where did I go here? Where did it go? Okay, from here it took me to another page. Okay. Let's see.
Yeah, if you.
So why is it going that way? No. Let's go back.
Yeah, use the arrow, right? And scroll further to the right.
Yeah, down here. It's not letting me go over anymore. Awkward.
It's got to be right by Vegas, isn't it?
Let's see the direct. Yeah, it's basically saying it's near Las Vegas.
Damn.
So it's really close. I mean, here, let's see. Why is this won't let me scroll down? No. Okay, yeah, let's go back here. It's a highly classified United States Air Force facility within the Nevada Test and Training Range. So it's a range. Oh, it's a detachment from the Edward Air Base. Officially called the Homey Airport or the Groom Lake. Groom Lake. San Nevada State Route 375. In the locations, they're trying to be slick talking about it's 5,000 feet and 1,500 centimeters above sea level. Yeah, they're telling you that, but not exactly where the base is.
Yeah, I'm looking in Roswell right now to see where the UFO crash was at.
83 miles northwest of Las Vegas.
Northwest of Las Vegas. Okay.
Yes, 83 miles.
Interesting.
Little Ale in Rachel. It's in Rachel, Nevada. Ooh, I got some good investigation skills. This is the only station, lots of stations and portals to travel if you're not. How do you think satellites and NASA wormholes? Definitely, I agree.
Oh, you're right. Area 51 is in Rachel, Nevada.
Behave, guys, behave. Yeah, it's in Rachel. So I'm not sure where that is, but
yeah, Rachel is northwest of Vegas. Oh.
So do you guys have like any river? What you have oceans and stuff next to you in Texas? What's the water near you?
Well, we got Galveston. You got the Gulf of Mexico.
Okay.
Literally right 60 miles from where I'm at. Let's see, what else do we got? I mean, we got the Rio Grande, which is in the the southern border of Mexico and the United States. In fact, a lot of people swim past the Rio Grande to get here. It's not so easy now, but
that's interesting. I do hear that
River. We got the Brazos River. That's pretty big. That's right next to me. About 20 miles. She said you spelled her name wrong.
I know. Yeah. Mutt Nuts is my best friend. She likes to be Mutt Nuts Crazy World. Like and subscribe, guys. Like and subscribe. I love you, girl.
Nuts Crazy World? What kind of videos?
Yes. That's an interesting question. Thanks for asking, because I love showing her show. Cool. She makes all types of videos. So she does redneck videos. She's a redneck.
Sounds good.
Shout out to all my rednecks. We have a very diverse community and we allow people to be themselves. So she definitely loves her redneck stuff, but she does crafts and arts. We work together. She's very good with clays and different crafts. So me and her, I go on her panel and we fellowship. Fellowships cool. Online Funhouse right there. Boom. So yeah, Mutt Nuts Crazy World. Let me show you. She has little videos.
Hey, Mutt Squad. Welcome back to another Redneck Word of the Day. Before we get started, please go down below and hit that subscription button and bell.
So yes. Video. Love you, girl.
Let's get into this. Euphrates. To be in fear of bodily harm from a male. What's the matter, Timmy? Euphrates going to hit you? Can't make these up. Please go down below, hit that subscription button and bell so you don't upload a new video. Also, check out one of the videos YouTube will put on the screen.
Be laughing at you, girl.
And I'll catch you in the next one.
You know I be laughing at you, girl. Here, I'll leave you a comment. You can't make that shit up. She got this little book that she be reading them out of. And they're like redneck words of the day. So it's pretty funny. Pretty funny. But shout out to my.
So how long have you been a part of YouTube?
That's a great question, Steve. Thanks for asking.
No problem.
I've been out here since my birthday. It's January 16th. I was on a show called the Mavakaga Show, and he gave me a show inside of his show. And then I learned about trolling. I learned about basically internet rape, I would call it. The internet raped me. They took my kindness for weakness
Yeah,
I really didn't know there was a game being played out there. So
nice.
I went to JB Gunner and, thought, being loved bomb, I didn't know what that was either. So I learned about more trolls and love bombing. And then,
So, Miss Janet, what do you do for fun, like in Pennsylvania? Like what do you do for
oh,
fun?
that's a great question. I like going shopping. I like taking my son out on his day so we can go and get video games and stuff. He's 25 and he's deaf. So we have like activity day with me and him, and just let him buy what he wants and shop where he wants and look at new stuff. And I like arts and crafts. So that's one thing I really do like to do in my time is puzzles and stuff. I haven't really had any outside events that I've gone to. I'm really a hermit. My partner and I have been on YouTube together for about 3 months, maybe, because after JB Gunner, I went to Lycan and then went to Eli. And then as I've been going, I created my own lane, Steve. I built a community of truth tellers.
Nice.
We don't do negative. We do uplifting. We do fellowshipping. We do fun times. Shadow has a panel where we talk about gatekeepers and handlers. A lot of people are selling their soul for subs and likes and views.
Oh yeah, definitely.
I think we're all equal in this game. I think if you want to be monetized and you're working together with other people and like we all start working for YouTube, I kind of figured like these would be great opportunities to build relationships with potential co-workers. Some people don't have that desire. They have a desire of hurting others and causing injury. Like I said earlier, a little bit of drama is okay, but too much drama is messy.
Yeah,
and
it is.
I just can't sit next to those type of people, Steve, because I don't wake up unhappy. Like I don't wake up ready to lie and steal and kill and deceit. Like that energy, I just don't want to be around it. So I've learned a lot. I mean, I'm not perfect. I've been through some things on this YouTube, but my goal even now is to be monetized, have all 3 of my channels monetized. I want to speak the word. I want people to come and share their voices, their opinions, any religion, any nationality. I just think that in hard times, if we fellowship and we encourage one another, we can build each other up to giving each other enough strength for the real world. The Pan's coming back. This is like round 2, round 3. I don't approve of the jab. I'm not going to judge people for taking it, but there is going to come a time where people are going to have to pick sides. I picked the side of justice and truth. I picked the side of equality and humanity. I am single. So I feel like love is coming for me. My ex-husband passed away July 2nd of this year.
I'm sorry to hear about that.
I appreciate it. He was a serviceman, so he did serve our country. He was murdered in his home. He was robbed. So,
were you there?
No, I actually got there when they were driving away in the ambulance with the body. So I'm his ex-wife.
Did they ever catch him?
Well, it just happened July 2nd, so they're still in the investigation of it. A lot of people know who did it, but for them to come out and say it, that's not how things roll these days. So you can't expect people to do the right thing, Steve. But he didn't have to die that way. I don't wish that on anyone. And again, hard times it just makes you think of the little things. I think people bickering and arguing and carrying on and being messy and talking about people. If you have a problem with someone, I like to address it to the person. I really don't like people to say that they care about something and believe in something and then they're lying to me. I definitely would address that, but I feel like people need to address people with respectable manner.
Fair enough.
I went to a guy's page where he told us he liked black people. And then I found out that he like calls people niggers all the time. So it's kind of hard to like, judge characters on here. But when you do find good people to speak with, I love fellowshipping. So that's why my other channel is called Fellowships Online, because I would hope that we could all fellowship and listen and give each other the respect that we all deserve. Even if someone's having a hard day or being a drunken fool, I don't want to start talking bad to that person because I don't know that person, but I definitely am watching their character.
Wow. Interesting. It just sucks on YouTube because it seems like to me that, sex and controversy sells more than anything. And it seems like all the people on YouTube that are the most popular ones are also the most drama ones.
Yes. Which is sad.
And it seems like to me, like, it's not just the fact that they're drama, but it's the fact that the audience also appeals to it. Does that make sense?
Correct. Yes.
So if you're not kind of part of it, you're kind of just swimming in your own little small lake.
Right. But I'd rather be sitting in the VIP section than sitting in the messy, dirty section. And I just choose that.
I just wish it wasn't like that.
Well, I think we could create communities that aren't like that. Like, again, how we are networking and how you brought, your information, even next time when we, do it on your panel, you can create that. You have a right to create whatever you want around you. And with that, I think that as we build people that believe in the same thing, Steve, we can really do that. And we don't even have to look over there. If they come here and bring the negative or the drama, we can counteract that with positive energy. You're more than welcome to come to the panel. It's an open panel, guys. Thank you for hitting the like and subscribe button, guys. Thanks for coming. I appreciate you guys. I even like to thank people that subscribe to my channel. Yeah. All my, subscribers, I've worked for them. I've earned them. I've self-branded myself. I've gone to places that maybe other people wouldn't go because I know how to speak to people. I can talk to everybody and I give people a chance. Just like this guy right here literally gave his wife $80 one night, gave him $20 for being on a panel, and he went and talked all this crap about me. He couldn't just even say, hey, you know what? I'm not going to speak about this girl. She did this for my wife and me. Whatever y'all talking about, it's fine. But because he needs so much attention, they continue. Like this is total harassment. He has no reason to be in my chat room, yet he's here and has nothing positive to say because we've been down a road of I'm not the bad guy, you are. I told Emperor Shadow that this gentleman was not a good gentleman, right? Then Emperor Shadow tells me, oh no, he's okay, he's okay. And as we went on a journey with this man, he wasn't okay. So I don't want to sit next to people that literally think that they're better than someone else because they're doing wrong. You should do the right thing. You should stand up. You literally have. I literally watched you. And you went around with your racist, because I like the racist. This person right here clearly has issues.
What are you talking about, Trailer Hood? Who's that?
He's a Caucasian gentleman that we gave plenty of opportunities to be on our side and speak on our panel and be respectful to us. And he clearly is trolling.
He works for the enemy. He's an agent.
Is he an anti-Trump guy?
I don't know anything about the guy.
I don't mean to sound political. I had to go there.
You're allowed to, Steve.
Is he one of those social justice?
I just know he used to be down with the militia. I know that for a fact.
Okay.
He's not respectful to women. He's not respectful to my panel. He thinks he can talk over everybody. He thinks only his points matter. Again, he betrayed us by going to people that don't like us and then totally speaking on our names as though we didn't have him on a panel at one time, donated him money to his cause, to a nonprofit organization, and he literally went somewhere else in 3 seconds and did a Judas on us. But now is in the chat room.
But he's pro-America. Okay.
Is that what he said?
Yeah, it says it right there.
Mm. Well, he's allowed to be whatever he needs to be. I just don't think he needs to be in my chat room. But this is what I kept telling you, Steve, is that...
He said, I think your dude Kim123 got his channel struck. How do you know who Kim123 is?
Oh. I see. That's because Mr. Unknown said he changed his name. I know that's right. It's about to get ugly.
No, his channel's still up. I just clicked on it. Kim, they try to flag his channel down all the time, but he just appeals it. Yeah, if you look in his comment thread, he's got a bunch of Black Americans in there going to war with him, but he has like the moderators, so they block them all. So it's a pro-Latin channel, so you know, can't really blame him.
Well, I think he has a right to speak his piece on his panel.
Yeah.
I definitely believe that.
Now, I can't say I haven't gone to war with people here on YouTube. It happens all the time. I mean, and that's really being a part of the, you know, YouTube thing. You know, the only thing I don't like is the doxing, but other than that, everything else I'm cool with. You know.
Oh, I don't like the doxing either. And
I
don't
hate
like
the doxing, man. It's like it makes no sense because I don't even know how to dox. I don't even dox people.
Well, they're basically giving out your phone number, your address.
I hate that shit.
Picture of you, which I've been doxxed like 5 times, bro, and nobody's shown up yet. So if anything, it's just like being in the phone book. Some people paid to be private, everybody else was public. So it is what it is, because I know the day you come will be your last day doing anything messy. I will spank you from the universe and back, honey.
Spank me from the universe and back. That sounds very scary. It sounds kind of hot, but then it sounds kind of scary when you said the moon and back. That sounded like a mother spanking you with a cord switch for about 20 minutes straight.
There we go.
Yeah.
Ouch.
Yeah, that sounds that's going to be a very painful mark there.
You know, I can't agree with this statement that you should leave the kids out of it. If the kids are grown, though, I don't know. That's all for the taking. But leaving the children out of it.
I mean, that's just how YouTube is. You know what I'm saying? You know.
Yeah, you got to have tough skin.
Oh, yes. If you want to be on YouTube, you have to.
Global warming. I totally agree. There's a lot of global warming going on. Global minds, too.
So, Miss Janet, what are your interests? Like, I know you say that you don't go out much, but is there hobbies, anything interesting? Like, do you like sports? Do you like concerts, movies? I mean, is there anything in particular? You have hobbies?
Well, thanks for asking, Steve. I like bowling when I do go out. I like camping. I like skiing. I like traveling. I like Mary Jane.
Oh, who doesn't?
I like Mary Jane and some other things. Music. Okay. I would say music. I like to be entertained. So I don't take anything serious but my bills, really, and saving the children and maybe saving global warming. But I really am carefree. So I like karaoke. I I don't drink a lot, but I'm a social drinker. So I do like to go out to drink, if that kind of makes sense. Like I don't want to like go on a date as a bar, but I'd like to go play pool and then have a couple drinks and then, simple things, I guess. I'm a simple woman. I like the things that money can't buy.
Drinks. Okay, what is your preferred drink?
So depending on my mood or my no, seriously, because I have like a roughneck drink and then I have like a classy lady drink.
Okay.
I do drink beer, so it might be like beer night.
Okay.
So I'll do a Heineken or I'll do like a lager, and then on a margarita or a martini. I'm sorry. I like martinis, but then I also like Long Island iced tea. And yes, my wine. Shut up, Mutt.
I'm not gonna lie to you guys. I like I'm gonna tell you what I like. I like I always start off, like, if I'm a drink and I know I'm gonna go out and drink, I always start off with a shot of Fireball. I don't know why. Fireball always just starts off the mood. And then after Fireball, sometimes I'll have like a beer, or I'll switch to like a Vegas bomb or a cherry whiskey bomb.
Oh, yes.
And then sometimes, if I'm even in a good mood, I'll have me a Long Island iced tea.
Yes. I love it. I love Captain Morgan. So I'm all, for that. I definitely love like tequila. But I like to do it in moderation. I like to do it in fun. I like to do it sociably. So I don't want to just sit around and drink. Like yesterday I did drink my wine, but that's because we were partying on Tuesday? I told him it was Friday. We were partying like it was Friday on a Tuesday because it was Taco Tuesday yesterday. So I don't know what day it is now anyway. So hoorah.
As you get older, you tend to forget the days.
Well, ever since the Pan, I tell you, I can't remember the days. Like the days are just going past and you're like, is it Monday? Is it Wednesday?
No,
is it Thursday?
I'll tell you the crazy thing. Ever since the pandemic hit, I actually enjoyed staying home more than I ever had.
Well, that's a good thing.
Like, I used to love going out all the time. Now it's just I love staying at home.
That's a good thing.
And I'll tell you another hobby I picked up, which I also have those videos on my channel, on my playlist.
Okay.
If you click on my main channel, I go hiking.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I look up nature trail walks with wooded areas, long trails, and I go walking like all around like different spots in Houston. Like I've driven as far as 60, 70 miles to go hiking.
Wow.
And it's really fun when you go with somebody. But sometimes if you're just by yourself and you just want to enjoy it, it's all good. But if you have at least one person, it makes it funner.
Oh. What is the plantation in West Columbia, Texas?
That is the Varner Hog Plantation. It's a old southern plantation. For historical purposes, we went there 5 years ago. And if you watch the video, like it has a little detour of, you don't turn the volume up right away, but it basically, you can, that's the big mansion. That was during the Civil War. That's actually was owned by the Varner Hog family in West Columbia. And, God, that was in October of 2016. That's my brother there. And look, that's the map of the United States back then.
Holy wow.
In the colony. And it talks, you can even see the slave shacks in there. Further into the video, you can see the guy that does a wonderful tour. He just talks about the village and everything, and about the actual house. You can see the slave shacks. You can see, the actual house itself. It's very fascinating. It's got an old southern plantation feel to it.
Wow.
And I was gonna
I like doing stuff like this.
I was gonna do more of those, but of course, with the social justice warriors and wanting to like cancel everything, I unfortunately couldn't do any more of those videos.
Oh.
But it's fascinating. See,
Mm-hmm.
it tells you what tribes own what areas in Mexico and all that.
Cool.
Yeah, and if you fast forward it, I think just a little bit, you'll see us actually walking to the house and stuff like that. You got to keep going. Let's see. Yeah, keep going. That's just a map of everything. That's just a video of the old slave shacks and everything, the history of the house. You got to fast forward it a little bit. Yeah, that's the TV. Keep going. See.
Uh-huh.
Oh yeah, there it goes.
This
And
is
see that
cool.
that guy just talks and talks. See, if you listen to him, you turn it up.
Governor Hall.
Let me see. It says it's up.
But he was also in partnerships with another man in oil speculation and lease rights over at Spindletop. He saw this and he wanted it for two reasons. One of them was for a weekend getaway and a summer vacation home for him and his family.
Mm-hmm.
By this time, his wife had already passed away. So there's nobody but himself and 4 children, Will, Ima, Mike, and Thomas in that order. The other reason he wanted it was he thought it looked like oil-producing land.
Wow.
When he was alive, he did some drilling, but he never found the oil. Excuse me. He passed away in 1906.
See, he knows the whole thing. He memorized everything, every line.
Wow.
For at least 15 more years and continued to look for the oil. Well, they did. And in 1917, they found the oil.
Wow.
One well in the first 76 days of production gave those 4 children $3 million.
Damn.
Yes.
And that's worth a lot. That's like equivalent to hundreds of millions now.
About 45 million.
Wow.
Go
Wow.
here. Okay. Right up the sidewalk around to the front of the house.
See, he's doing a whole detour. I love that guy. Hope he's still alive. That was 5 years ago.
She wanted to
No, shout out to that guy.
In her family's name, but she
He could be our sugar daddy.
like an 1850s Southern plantation home. So on March 24th, 1958, which would have been her father's 107th birthday,
wow,
she gave this to Texas Parks. They changed their name to Texas Parks and Wildlife.
Wow.
2007, the Texas Historical Commission took ownership of it. Everything that you see inside this home is from the 1850 era.
That's the mansion. That's the Vonderhaag mansion.
It's not quite as old.
You know, the slaves worked outside, and then you also had the house slaves that worked inside the house. He talks about that too.
Wow.
Look at the inside of this house once we go in. You'll love it.
Okay.
2 different parts of the house here.
That house has been there since the Civil War. Over 140 years old.
I get sinuses too, so. Wow.
That's his channel right there.
The plantation is huge.
Like and subscribe.
Wait till you go in. This way you're going to like it. And see, look.
Very simple rules.
No, go ahead.
Please stay on the red carpet. Please do not touch anything. And you're more than welcome to take photographs if you do not use a flash.
Gotcha.
No food or drink, please. And if at any time you have a question, just stop me and ask me.
I'm thankful for filming this.
Nope.
None yet.
I'm thankful you did it too, because we get to see it.
Yes. If you ever come down here, I'll take you to the Vonderhaag. Watch when you go in. You can only stay on the red carpet.
My pleasure.
Cool.
That's the inside.
Yeah. My first red carpet.
Yeah, me too.
Look, they even got a stairwell here too, Josh. Look.
Did it freeze? Yeah, it did.
This home is built on what you call a dog trot.
I think you froze. Or did I?
Style of dog run. All that means is a big.
That was funny. It was me.
Normally, a dog trot style home.
Everyone loved that.
It's the Varner Hog plantation house. Because we still have a lot of plantation homes down here that are available for tourists.
Patton, his brothers, was a captain in the Texas Army at the Battle of San Jacinto. Him and Sam Houston were very, very close friends. So when General Santa Anna was captured, he was actually brought here to this plantation and held for 6 weeks as a prisoner of war. Those metal gates up front, those are the original gates from the San Jacinto battleground.
Wow.
And you're going to see all of our mirrors and photographs, paintings are covered. Next Saturday night, we're having Governor Hall's funeral. Back then, when he passed away, the belief was that if you saw your reflection in the mirror during the, when the body was here in the home, that you would be sucked into the mirror.
Wow. That's scary.
The poltergeist.
And the paintings, you can see, they believe that if the spirit saw it, they would take your spirit.
Wow.
Yeah.
But 100 years from now, they're going to think some of our beliefs are pretty wacko too.
No, I believe it.
It all comes out in the wash, I guess.
That's why famous people don't like mirrors.
Really?
Yes.
Look, watch this room.
Sure.
And these are the original floors, right?
Ma'am?
The wood floors?
Okay, she's asked about the floor out here. That floor is longleaf pine from East Texas, laid in 1834.
Awesome.
Yep. I knew you'd like it.
Patton's time, this was their dining room. Notice that big door over there. When the servants brought food in, they brought it in on big trays. So they had to have that big door. When the governor bought the plantation, they used this as their parlor. He also used it as his bedroom, like we do our sofas now.
Yeah.
His bedroom.
Is there anything that anybody see they want to ask about? Because I have no idea what anybody's interest is.
What's that thing behind him? Yeah.
Right, this is a piano.
Okay.
Normally it would be open, but we've closed it for the funeral.
Oh, okay. I understand.
It is called a box piano made in New York, made of rosewood and brass.
Wow.
Every time I look at that piano, I thank God I'm not a piano mover.
Yeah, it looks heavy.
If it was open, you could see that the keyboard.
I could
is
play the
off center,
piano.
and it only has 2 foot pedals.
Right.
That is
That's the
everything
original.
I know about a piano.
No. So would that be the kitchen beyond that door?
That goes outside.
Oh,
To
okay.
that breezeway.
Oh, okay.
The table?
I like that little bed,
Yes, about the
a
table.
little seat.
Okay, it's a plain, simple mahogany table with black lacquer finish, inlaid with mother of pearl. And you notice how all this new furniture, inlaid furniture,
Mother of pearl.
it always had little gaps every now and then between the inlay and the wood. That does not.
Wow.
I've never seen a blemish in that.
Right.
Tabletop around the edge here and the legs. Well, back
That's
then,
an antique,
people
honey.
were craftsmen.
Right.
Now they just assemblers.
Right. He ain't lying.
Well, it's true.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
That's how they build their houses. I know that's right.
Oh, that's how they build their houses?
Well, no, you can't build your house on sand, right?
Wow.
And it's still in good condition.
It's just metaphorically speaking on terms.
Mm-hmm. Did it freeze?
Yes.
Bought the plantation. Will use
Come on,
this
come
as his
on.
bedroom
Little bumby dum bum bum.
Glitch.
because it has
There we
an
go.
outside door. He could bring his Arfield buddies in here and they could talk business without bothering the rest of the household. This was Will's bed. He bought it in New Orleans. When that bed was made, that was a full-size bed.
Wow.
Now it's probably, what, a 3/4 or something?
So that's
You
not
think-
still the original bed he slept in, right?
The bed, yes, but not the mattress. No.
Oh,
The
okay.
bed. Oh, wow.
Yes.
I was just going to ask that, Steve.
One thing I want to tell you about
Is that the original bed? Is this the original furniture?
Yeah.
the man that made that clock lives in Paris, France. He made hundreds of clocks, but he made 2 of them just alike. One of them sits here on our mantle, and the other one sits in the White House.
Oh, wow.
Wow. You got me saying wow.
Yeah, like George Washington.
Yeah, get some sleep, sister. Blessings. Good night.
Will, I like
I'll be there
George
tomorrow at 3.
Washington for 3 reasons.
Love you, girl.
It was both
Love you,
farmers,
sissy.
both politicians, and both native born. Governor Hogg is the first governor of
Hogg.
Texas to be born in the state of Texas.
In the state of Texas. Wow.
So cool.
That
Any
is.
questions?
That means he was born and raised there.
We will go upstairs, but watch your step. The steps are not as big as what we're used to.
Oh, stuff.
There's some chairs right out here for you. You sit in the AC in here.
Yeah, you,
I can't wait till we go up the stairs. I haven't seen this video in years.
This is fun.
Now
How
I'm curious.
about these people haunting you too? Shout out to Anthony.
Yeah.
You're gonna
Well,
be a
people weren't that tall
Ghostbuster.
back. People weren't that tall back then.
All right.
Uh-huh.
Now we're going upstairs.
Oh, I'm filming her ass, but that was an accident.
No, that was hella
Oh, wow,
funny.
I hate for someone to have to fall down these steps back then. Oh, man. God damn, these are all you.
It gives it spice, stuff.
Yeah, you gotta have some athleticism, man, to climb these steps. Because even the way the steps
There
are
we go
designed, they're, like,
again.
real thin.
Fudge and fun. What the fudge?
Yeah.
Yeah, why is your computer freezing up?
Yeah, because somebody's messing with my StreamYard.
Oh, they're trying to flag it.
That thing is very misleading. A
You know.
ladies' parlor with a room in the home.
You know, people are very rude when you're having fun.
So are people trying to flag you?
No, well, I mean, it's okay, darling. It's okay. Can you still hear me?
Yep, I can hear you.
Okay.
Strictly for the immediate.
It's okay. Positive energy, you know?
Wait for the service near the house. Excuse me.
I ain't got no worries.
My sinus is about to kill me.
They can't do nothing to me,
When the
Steve.
governor was governor, he instituted some work programs for the prisoners. One of them was to make rocking chairs. for
Welcome back. Welcome back.
Prisoners
Welcome.
in Huntsville so appreciated the work, they made the governor's own chair.
Wow.
Wow.
That will give you an idea of how big of a man he was. That chair.
Stop saying wow, Steve. I like that chair, though.
They just don't make them like that anymore.
He really be pumping it up, though. He's a good salesman. I like him.
Right over here, please.
He could sell this house if he had to, or this museum.
Original whitewash brick. That is what the home looks like inside and out before Will remodeled in 1920. He had a stuck coney outside and plaster on the inside.
Mm.
You either like that or you don't. There's no in between.
Right?
So what's up that stairs? Well, it's just
Just
an
an
extra
attic.
room. Oh, an attic.
Part of it does not have a floor.
Oh, okay.
Wow.
They use an attic for the same reasons we do.
Yeah.
Storage, junk room, whatever you want to call it. Some things have never changed and never will.
Uh-huh.
Right? I like how he smooth talks.
Yeah, the guy's got game.
All these
Yeah, he
books
does.
are from
Because they
I
didn't
was-
do Sugar Daddy.
I'm a salesperson like him, though. I sold clothes for like 7 years, Steve. You got to have the best of the best.
Two hallways are the same size.
The gift of gab.
With the 4 rooms, the 2 hallways, the dining room, and the kitchen, this is a little over 4,000 square feet.
Wow.
This was Columbus Patton's mother and father's bedroom, and Miss Iman used it as hers. This bed was made here in West Columbia in 1845 by a man named Jansen. It's all hand carved, hand turned.
Wow.
To give you an idea of how much smaller the people were back then than what we are, that is an adult bathtub.
Wow.
The men back then was about 5 foot, 5'4". And the ladies even shorter than that.
Wow.
They did not look like John Wayne and Clint Eastwood. It was more like Mickey Rooney. Those are not baby shoes. Those are actual child.
I love your laugh.
Those are child shoes.
Wow. Look how tiny. Look how tiny that tub is. You couldn't get in there, Shadow.
Man, people were small back then, like babies.
Mutt Nuts, you would never get in there, girl. Anthony, I don't think you could get in there, boy. I couldn't even got in there.
Two, they're not as tall as what we are.
Ah.
They're about 2 inches shorter. Keep your feet warm at night.
Really?
Forerunner to hot water.
I love the floral.
Pardon me?
You put your foot against it? Is that what
No,
happens?
you put it in bed.
Oh.
It warms the bed up.
What warms the bed up?
We call this French room because it's done up in French Provincial. The Hogs call it their guest room. Let's see, we're missing somebody, aren't we? I thought there was one more lady.
They getting a 4th stimulus check? What?
When?
I just saw it on my Google News. Like,
Sam Houston's.
what?
Things above the heads of the bed, one on each side. They are called reverse paintings. They are not painted on canvas. They are painted on the backside of the glass. They're from the early 1800s.
Wow. Now that is amazing.
Yeah.
Painted on the back end of the glass, though.
Painted on the back end of the glass. Wow.
Yes, he said they were painted on the back of the glass. So it wasn't a painting like inside of the, a picture frame. They painted it on the actual glass of the picture frame.
Not all of them. So when I talk about this, I always stand back out of arm's reach. You see that piece of tapestry there?
Yeah.
Does anybody know what it's for?
No.
It is called a fireplace screen.
Oh.
In the wintertime, you have a fire in that fireplace. See all that heat coming out of there.
Right.
The ladies would sit there close to their face to block the heat so their makeup would not melt.
Oh.
Wow.
That's a lot of wax in their makeup back.
Yeah.
And when I say I always stand back out of arm's reach, I'm being serious. Last summer, I had 2 couples in here. The wives didn't think that was funny, but their husbands. And the harder those guys laughed, the madder those women got.
Why?
By the time we walked out of here, those 2 women were hot.
Wow.
And I thought I was going to catch the blunt of that deal. Look at these 2 beds. Don't look at the mattresses. Look at the beds.
Okay.
Miss Simon had a favorite hotel in New Orleans. She always stayed there. They was going to renovate this hotel from top to bottom, inside out. She so loved the stairs in that hotel that she bought them. Made these 2 beds out of those stairs. One for Mike and one for Thomas. Wow. If you look at these spindles, how they're different sizes.
Yeah.
And these are the handrails.
Wow.
Once you know the story, you can actually see the stairs then.
Those are the stairs rails. Wow. That's the banister.
All right, so the dining room's next?
Pardon?
Dining room's next on the list?
Yeah.
Cool. This is so
we'll be going to the kitchen last. To me, the kitchen's the most fascinating.
I appreciate you sharing this.
Oh, thank you for playing it.
We have more in our kitchen than you could ever seen in anybody's.
Wow.
Do you know how old this house is?
I think it was built in like 1852.
So were there more to this property back in the day, or is this all still like the original?
There was 4,428 acres originally. Now there's about 300.
What did they do with the rest of the property? Sold it off?
Yeah, see, the Hogs were not rich people.
Yeah.
You know, they was probably what you call upper middle class, something like that.
Yeah.
To find the oil exploration, they had to sell some of the property to finance that oil exploration. But they kept the mineral rights, though.
Yeah.
That's a smart thing to
If
do.
you follow me, please.
That was smart, actually.
Yeah.
So therefore, if anybody found any oil in the land they sold, they was able to keep it.
Yeah, it was a slave plantation house. We have the slave shacks
That
in
is
there
smart,
too. You're going
though.
to see that later in the video.
They were good business people then.
During the Civil War.
Oh. Man, a piece of that ham wouldn't sound too bad right now.
At the time, this room was about half this size. Got a dark pool. The governor enlarged this, put this floor in it. They use this as their dining room. Now, these dishes back here behind you are called Texian campaign ware. They was made in Staffordshire, England in 1848 to commemorate what Texas was going through at the time. They just won their independence. Mexican-American War had just ended, and they were being admitted to the Union. Well, the English did not know what the Texas Army looked like. They did not know what the Mexican Army looked like, but they knew what Napoleon looked like. So if you look, both armies look just like Napoleon. History is full of things like that.
That's cool.
And all these dishes on the table were made in Spoke on the Trent, England, between 1815 and 1835.
Wow.
It was antiques from the Hog's Ball.
Damn,
Yeah, they're
those
still in
plates.
great condition. Almost like not speck of dust or
1815.
anything.
Can you believe that?
Spoke on the Trent, England.
Those plates.
Still in business to this day.
Wow.
They've been in business for, I think, something like 4 or 5
That's why you can't touch nothing.
Don't quote me on that time, but it's something like that.
It's frozen in time.
I want to tell you about this right there.
Okay.
That is called a lazy Susan dumbwaiter.
Nuh-uh.
Everything was back
I haven't
then.
seen one of them in
And the bill would go
ages.
with the service would come in and take away all these dirty dishes, remove the uneaten food. They put the dessert, coffee, drinks, or whatever on that lazy Susan
Yep.
dumbwaiter. And they would leave.
Shut the front door.
They will take what they wanted off of it.
Look.
Just roll it to that next person.
Yeah.
That's your lazy Susan. Your dumbwaiter part is it has no mouth or ears. So you sit around that table and talk about
Anything you
to
want.
talk about.
That's
and
right.
Nobody to repeat it.
Yep.
Everything, and I don't care
We used to have one of those growing up.
Really?
Yeah, my grandpa, he's from Lancaster. He was a pastor.
Most of them are from
And people would bless him with gifts. And that was one of the gifts. You put desserts on it. We used to
This doors well takes you outside.
get our
This doors
desserts
well
and
takes you
snacks
outside.
off of it.
That goes into a very small buttonless pantry. If you get 2 people in there, you step on each other's toes.
Oh, okay, got you.
From here we go to the kitchen.
The best part. Best part is the kitchen.
To me, it is.
Thank you, Shadow.
Here's the kitchen.
Not put up there to keep
Yummy. I love the kitchen. I love to
wild
cook.
animals out. Because this was still a wild frontier back then.
Everything too. I don't
In the kitchen, there's
think
no
one
room.
culture.
Feel free to walk around.
I like to be outside the
Please
box.
do not touch anything.
Okay.
Because we have something in there that is actually older than the United States of America.
What?
I'll show you before we leave.
You know, I know. Look, I love it.
Okay.
You're so silly. I would have did the
All
same
right there.
thing though.
What?
I
This
was
is
thinking,
rosemary right here.
Rosemary.
Yes.
I've never seen one that
yes, that is beautiful. Holy Toledo, you should have
Yeah.
grabbed some of that,
It is.
stuck it in
big.
your pocket.
Watch your step.
I would have stole some. Oh my God. Gonna put it in my purse, ladies. That was real rosemary right there.
Right about the kitchen, huh? Yeah.
That can
Oh
cure
my God, that
everything.
pecan pie looks fabulous. I'm
Oh,
not gonna touch it, but it looks
yes.
good. Even
Oh,
though I
my
know
God. It's fake.
Oh, I know, but it looks
so good. Yummy.
looks like the restroom here. Or that's a restroom in this
Oh,
part.
we had plates like that.
Oh, no,
The
that's all
china
I'm touching now.
cabinet's amazing. That is
It's supposed to be the
antique.
sink here.
I even
This
have
is pretty
crystal
cool, whatever this is.
from
I
my
didn't touch
family.
those. Oh, whiskey bottles right here?
Yeah. Or they're the old bottles of. Yeah.
Kidney and liver cure? Oh, these were medications?
Yeah, those were doctors. Right. And we do. It's holistic. Yes, it is. Watch your mouth. Turmeric cures. There was an air conditioner back in the day. Good to know. Well, I love a fireplace.
The white brick on the inside is fire bricks from Wobbling.
Woo.
But all this cast iron stuff over here and on the wall.
Cool.
Show what they had to cook with that.
I mean, whoever is filming this is freaking amazing.
That's me.
Toaster?
Shout out to Steve.
Hey, so that's a toaster. Look.
Cool.
It's like making s'mores almost.
I love s'mores.
You one side toasted that swivels, you toast the other side.
The real ones.
Wow.
And everybody likes pancakes.
Yes. And biscuits and
This is
gravy.
wobble iron.
Woo.
All this copper and brass is for illustrations.
Okay.
Back then, people did not have kitchen cabinets like us, so they hung everything up.
I love the hanging effect though, because I have an island in my kitchen and I'd love things to hang.
Measuring ingredients, a sausage press, a meat grinder, your coffee grinder.
Yeah, I love an island kitchen.
And ladies, you have got one of these at home.
Woo!
You can use one.
I would love it, honey.
What does that make?
Anybody know what it is?
It's a mixer, darling.
Right. It is a food processor patented in 1865.
Yeah.
And you turn that handle, that
and it-
plate goes up and down.
Oh,
Each
yeah.
crank of that handle that turns 1/4 of an inch.
Oh, wow.
I always thought a food processor was a modern invention.
Processor. I'll take it. Shit. That's a grinder right there.
It's very, very unique.
You can make
It's
sausage.
called Slow Blue. It
Yes.
was made in Holland between 1790
My grandma had that
and
china, honey.
1810.
Wow.
Played no
What makes it
games.
so unique is
Yup.
that the older it is, the darker the blue gets.
Blue gets.
Wow.
And the
Ain't
older
that
it
cool?
gets, the more that blue will blend into the white. So if you look around the edges of that blue, you can
It's
actually
dark.
see it bleeding into the white.
Wow, you can.
Yep. My grandma had that. It was amazing. We weren't allowed to touch it either,
Only
but we did.
that I know. How about a baby's high chair? I've seen doll chairs
Oh,
bigger than that.
look how cute it is. I love the sink. I wish you would have gone back to the kitchen sink.
So this is where you cooked all your food at? Your pots, pans, everything here?
The stove.
They'd work their dough up here on top and look underneath. You have that tray, they'd put their dough in there for that yeast to rise.
Wow.
Interesting.
To use it to prepare another dish. And if you look, there's one board all the way across the top there.
So you're saying that this table's older than the United States of America. What year was it made in again?
Good night.
1770.
Peace and
Where was it
blessings.
created?
New Hampshire.
New Hampshire? Wow.
Did you hear that? That table right there has been there before the United States.
Wow.
He said 1770, and the United States was formed in 1776. Wow.
Wow.
See how it's bowed?
Yeah.
Years and years of use.
Wow. I
That's
can't believe
just a
it.
plain simple table, but yet it's a beautiful piece of furniture.
It is. It's so articulately designed. It's perfect.
This will
It had like a
include
dent
before
in
I
it
open
for a
the
reason.
Oh yeah, we enjoyed
drawer.
it.
Enjoyed having.
Hey, so this is the bridge down here in the back of the mansion. If you look,
This
there's
is
the creek.
beautiful.
What did he say was beyond that bridge, Josh?
Slave ruins in the old sugar mill.
Slave ruins in the old sugar mill?
She's coming. I'm gonna ask her if we can try it.
I went to Tennessee and seen the plantations.
Wow. That's awesome.
It's just interesting to learn about history. I was a history buff in high school. Always wanted to know the truth. No matter what the story was, I wanted to know the truth.
Yeah. I think I had the slave shacks in there too, if you want to see that. I think.
You think, Steve?
So
go ahead.
that was a good hangout we had.
What inspires you, may I ask?
Inspires me to what?
And anything at what you do, your YouTube channel, like in life, what inspires you to do what you do?
I just enjoy being alive. That's how I look at it. And not only that, but like I said, I like to try new things and pick up new hobbies. Like one thing this pandemic taught me was to be humble, and just be, happy to be alive,
Definitely.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Try to connect with new people, that kind of stuff. How'd you find my channel anyway? One of my late night streams.
Yes, and you were speaking with a beautiful woman. There was a beautiful woman up on your channel. Yes.
And I think we were talking about that
people missing in the woods or something.
She's
crazy.
she's an OnlyFans girl too.
Well, I don't know about that, darling.
Oh, okay. OnlyFans is like a website.
Yeah, no, I'm old.
It's none of my business, but she's one of those.
Well, each his own. I don't, judge anybody. But
all right, well, I guess I'm going to head up out of here because it's already 1:12 a.m. here, and I'm kind of tired. But I appreciate you for having me on, and I hope we, do this again.
I appreciate you. Thank you for coming. Before we end, I just like to thank everybody that came tonight. Thanks for the chat, being supportive. And thank you for coming, Steve. I definitely appreciate you and all your good knowledge. Your brain was amazing. And shout out to your channel.
My brain matches my looks.
Yeah.
Curtains match the drapes.
Oh, well, it's been an honor. And if new people come to your channel, you were very welcoming when I came. Again, I just was popping in, cruising the YouTube streets, and you guys were talking about great things. I do love alien content. I love all the content that we talked about. So anytime, you're welcome. And did you have any last words? We'll end the show.
No, just everybody have a wonderful night, and that's it.